Greetings hobbyists, this is Artisans of Vol, and in this video we're going to have a look at how we can turn a grease pencil line to a curve and some tips and tricks of why we might want to do that. So in brief, we probably want to do this because we want to add something to a complex shape. I've got a quad sphere here, and trying to add curves to this and follow this surface would be an absolute nightmare. Now we can do things, for example, if I come to curve and bring in a single point line, there is a draw curve version of this, and we can set it to be on a surface, and there are some various settings that we can use here and attempt to draw this on this surface, but I find this doesn't work particularly well. If we just come here and isolate it, we can see that this has sort of worked, and it's okay, but it's a little bit annoying, and there are some limits in what we can do. So let's come out of that, delete that, and we'll have a look at the grease pencil. So for this, all we're going to do is Shift A, and then we're going to add a grease pencil. We can do things like add a stroke, but that automatically adds the stroke in. We can delete that if we want to. I generally Shift an A and just add an empty, and then that's going to allow us to start drawing with this empty, and there's nothing else there to delete out. So all we need to do is come up here and click draw mode. If you've got machine tools, you can tab and click the draw button there, and then we've got all of these options. We get our pens at the bottom. Now I'm going to go for just a pen, and I'm not really going to fiddle around with most of these settings just to begin with, and then we'll have a look at what this looks like. So what this will do is draw a pen, and it will draw it, well, wherever we draw it. And what we want to be able to do is do this on the surface. So if we come to the options at the top, we can say where this is going to draw in relation to. So normally it's set to the origin, so you can rotate around and see it. We just want it to be on surfaces, so we're going to change it to surface. You can also have multiple layers of this, so you can deal with your pens and what things you draw. I'm not going to worry too much about that. So let's just draw on this, and we can see we get our line, and first of all, it's not looking very good. It's quite a jagged line, and we're not going to want this for a curve. What we're going to do instead is go to stroke, and we're going to click that we want to have it stabilized, and then we can up our radius, I don't know, somewhere there, and this makes a line, which we'll see in a second, bigger. So if I just draw here, you can see there's this red line that my pen is following, and it just stabilizes everything that we're going to do. It makes it really nice and a bit smoother. And you can do this comfortably with a mouse without needing to use a tablet. The other thing that I quite like to do is come to the smooth. We'll just up that to 1, draw there, and you can see now we get a really nice smoothed line, and it looks much better. Now, the other reason that I like this over the curves is we've got a couple of options here that on the curves do work for one of them, but are a little bit janky. And that is that we can come back to where we selected surface and select an offset. So let's do 0.5, something like that. And if I draw on here now, we can see that we get this offset here. And that's really useful if we know a thickness that we want to add in, maybe something like a rope or something like some cabling. And I find that works really well. Let's put this back down to, let's say, 0.2. And the other thing we can do with a grease pencil, which is a bit annoying to do with a curve, is that if I'm coming here and I'm about to go off the edge of this, if I start drawing this again and come to here, this is going to actually make two separate curves, and that's not really what we want. But what we can do is select this option here in the top right hand corner, auto merge, and as long as I start really close to my other point and start drawing, once I finish drawing, you see it automatically merges it. I'll do that one more time. Keep an eye on this point. In fact, let's go really close. Let's go somewhere like there, and then you can see it's just auto merged it to make one continuous line, which is really nice. But if we just come out of this and go back into object mode, that was using machine tools again. You can do it up here. We can't do much with this, and if I click and right click on it, there's no option to convert it. And if we go to object, you will notice you do have this convert option, but if I click curve, it hasn't done anything. It's still a grease pencil. We can tell that down here from the object data properties. So to turn this into a curve, all we simply need to do is edit and preferences, come to get extensions, I'll type in curve, and then we've got this option of grease pencil to curve. Click install, and then add on, and then once again, we can either type in grease pencil to curve, click it to make sure it's on, save your preferences if you don't have that saving automatically. That's why it was grayed out when I had get extensions. You'll notice now it isn't. And then in the N panel, so just click to N. With this selected on, if we go to the edit option, we get this grease pencil to curves. Now this has a few nice little things that we can do with it. For a start, we can quickly add a modifier if we want to simplify this. So add simplify modifier, and we can change how simplified this is to bring the number of vertices up or down, or points up or down. So that's quite useful. It allows us to sort of make this a bit more uniform. And we can also add a smooth, and then that will again smooth things out depending on how rounded we want things to be. And we can just do this a number of times, so we can change our factor, or we can up or repeat, and this will just change things around. Now, if you do want to use either of those, it does note, important, apply the modifiers before converting to a curve. I don't actually want either of these. I want to get rid of both of them, and I'm going to click Convert Grease Pencil to Curve. You'll also notice we can do this as a Bezier curve. Let's just check that for now. Convert Grease Pencil to Curve, and it's now a curve. If I go into edit mode, you can see that here. We can start looking at things where they're not maybe perfectly smooth. This has done a really good job, but I think here isn't fantastic. So let's just G that around, and then for this one, same there. But generally there's not that much to do as long as you've got that smoothing on as you draw the grease pencil. Now we can also resample the curve if we want to. If we need a lot of geometry on this, we can do. So I could resample this, let's say 10 times, go into edit mode, and you can see now we've got a lot more vertices to this. I'm going to undo that, not needed for what I want, but that is an option there. We can also snap curves to a surface if you want to, but the grease pencil's already done that really nicely. So really nice free add-on here, really handy to have. The other thing I'll mention that it does is you'll notice that I've got this grease pencil curve layer here, but it has actually just hidden the grease pencil, so I can always bring that back if I want to, if I realise I've done something wrong and want to do it again, or use the grease pencil for multiple things, which is, again, awesome. I really like that they've thought this through. So there we go, we've got our grease pencil converted to a curve. Okay, so why might I want to do this? So there's three main reasons, really. If I want to create cables or rope, let's just change our transform pivot point to the 3D cursor, and I'm just going to Shift and D and then R and rotate that somewhere, I don't know, R and Z, and move that around there. So we've got another version of this. You can see how useful it is because we can transform around the 3D cursor. And if I wanted to turn this into a cable, all I'll do is click on it, come to our object data properties, go to geometry, add a bevel depth, so we've got something there. And if I want to, I can make this curve have a little bit more to it. So let's turn the resolution up to 32 to make that a bit smoother. And you'll notice that sometimes we get these slightly janky bits here. So I find a good way of doing this is selecting A for everything, and then we can press V to change this through to our handle type. And I'm going to click automatic, and that's just going to smooth everything out. And actually I find this the most effective way of smoothing things. So we're just changing it so that everything is sort of going along the curve better. We can change this to other versions, like vectored would be really sharp. Aligned is sort of sticking with the direction it's flowing in. This makes it look a little bit more rippled, but that might be useful for you. But again, I think the automatic is generally the best look to it. So that is our cable now. Really easy to do. I would suggest that if you're going to do this, you do want to fill caps so that you've got these ends filled, but this will still have a problem. If we convert this to a mesh, so convert to a mesh, these vertices will not be joined. So if I click G, you can see they're not connected. So we do need to A, M, and then merge by distance. And now this is one solid object. So that's how we're going to turn this into a cable. The other thing we could do is turn this into a rope. I've already made a rope outline just here. So we're all the way over there. So what I'm going to do is finish this off as a rope. So I'm just going to come to my modifier, add in a screw modifier. So there we go, up our screw to somewhere there. It's a little bit horrible there, so we're just going to add in our steps to 32 to make it smoother. And then importantly, let's just select this curve and isolate them. They need to be in the same place, so I need to move this to the cursor. So object, snap, and then snap selection to cursor. The reason I'm doing that is because this object's origin is on the cursor. In fact, let's move this back. This object's origin is on the cursor, so a curve, and we need this one to be in the same place. So once again, object, snap, selection to cursor, or if you've got machine tools, Shift and S, and then we'll do this to cursor, which is a lot nicer and easier. Honestly, if you haven't got machine tools, go and get it. In fact, that might be a bit big, so let's scale it down, Shift A and apply the scale. I'm gonna have to redo the screw modifier, and then all I'm gonna do is add in one more modifier, which will be a curve modifier. Click on the curve, change the deform axis to the Z axis, and then in our screw modifier, we can just up our iterations until this goes along our curve. So a really quick, easy way to make some rope. The other option is we could do things like using this to make chain or whatever, but I really like this grease pencil to curve. I think it's vastly easier than trying to do something like drawing out the curve and then fix it to this surface. Even with modifiers, I just find this more pleasant because of the way we can add more curves to this. So if I wanted to do a rope around someone's arm or around a surface, this is a vastly easier way to do it as far as I'm concerned. So let me know what you think. Do you find this handy? I love this. I think it's a really good use of the grease pencil. But there are other ways of doing this as well. And if you've got one and want to share it that you think is particularly helpful, or any tips that I've missed out, feel free to say in the comment section. Please give the video a like and subscribe if you're not subscribed. And if you're interested in supporting the channel further, there is a Patreon page. It's linked in the description, and any support there is massively appreciated. Have a great day, guys.